Hi, welcome back. Welcome to this Forecourt film for this absolutely beautiful 2016 Macan S. This is the 3-litre diesel model in absolutely beautiful condition, finished in night blue, which is a really lovely colour actually. When the sun's out like it is today, you get all sorts of beautiful deep metallics popping out of the paint and everything like that. It looks absolutely beautiful, really lovely colour. You don't see a huge amount of them on the road as well, and it's a shame because it really is absolutely lovely. The particular specification of this car, it's very obvious to see that the previous owner, the first owner, absolutely specified the car as a real driver's car. They've done things like go for the 20-inch wheels. Having had a number of different Macans, I can say that this absolutely rides the best, but still giving it the lovely chunky looks. We've had cars with 18-inch, 19-inch, 20 and 21s, and this really is the absolute best balance. They've also upgraded a couple of other options on the car, things like the PASM air suspension with adaptive dampers. This essentially means that the air suspension is entirely adjustable, so you can have the car running a little bit lower when driving, or obviously at normal ride height, or then you can actually push it right up and have it in off-road mode, and gives you a bit more ground clearance as well, just limited to a certain speed, but very useful to have. Also upgraded is the Porsche dynamic lighting system that we'll see here. With the xenon headlights, you also get the 4 daytime running lights on the main light there as well. Looks very cool during the day, and also just helps with driving at night, obviously. And it also features adaptive light as well. Coming down the side, in terms of sort of styling cues and things like that, the side blades here have been painted. A lot of the time these become body coloured. And then we've also got a full D-chrome as well, so it's all the trims, the roof rails, the side window trims and everything like that have been finished in black, and then also the exhaust tips here as well are also in black. These are slightly larger than the normal ones. This car also features the sports exhaust. Having had a couple of diesels, I think I would really struggle to have another one of these without the exhaust. It's one of those things, it just sounds so good. We'll overlay some clips now of the difference between the exhaust, sports exhaust being on and off. But it's not just piped in through the inside or anything like that. It sounds absolutely fantastic on the outside, but just adds to the whole sort of theatre and makes it a bit more Porsche in terms of the way it drives and everything like that. Just from the additional sound, so a really nice option, and one I would absolutely definitely have beforehand. I think when I first read about it and thought, why would you have a sports exhaust on a diesel? But yeah, hopefully you can hear it and it comes across properly. But it really does make a hell of a difference, and it's very nice indeed. So if we start round at the back of the car. Main model designation has been taken off as well, so you've just got the Porsche lettering on the back there. Makes it all look very nice and clean and simple. The boot area is all in absolutely lovely condition. You've got your Porsche first aid kit and everything like that. Underneath here, additional storage, and also the amplifier for the Bose surround sound system. You've also got 2 buttons up on here. This is one of them is for the air suspension, so when you're wanting to drop the car at the back for loading things in, or if you've got dogs or something like that and you would just like the back to be a little bit lower, you can just press this button here and the back of the car will lower down. And just helps with access. It doesn't drop hugely, but certainly enough to help. And then we've also got up on here the electric tow bar button as well, so we can just press that and the tow bar very slowly will come out, but it doesn't really matter on the speed too much. But it will do all of that for you. I guess speed isn't particularly important with the electric tow bar in terms of how fast it comes in and out, but it's there as well. And then you've also got the electric socket there on the side. Previous owner purely used it for a bike rack. I don't believe that the car has actually done any physical towing at all in terms of trailers or caravans or anything like that. The previous owner, as I mentioned, just used it as a bike rack. So close that down. Through to the back, you've got this lovely part leather, part Alcantara suede interior. Absolutely lovely in the back here. Barely looks like it's even been sat in. All the backs of the seats and everything like that completely free of any kick marks or anything like that. So all very nice. And then round to the front, you've got the Macan S designation there on the side rubbing strips. Controls for your folding mirrors, and also a boot release button down here at the back there, as well as all your electric windows and everything like that as well. As previously mentioned, we have the Bose surround sound system in here as well. Sounds really nice. Electric driver seat. They're a bit stingy, and it's actually a manual adjustment for the passenger seat, but driver's seat is fully electrically adjustable. Automatic headlights, automatic windscreen wipers. You still put the key in the ignition here, which is quite nice. No keyless systems that are suddenly going to open it up to theft or anything like that. And then the lovely, quite small looking, but just perfect. It's a perfect size Porsche steering wheel. The 3-spoke one. It's the same sort of steering wheel that you would find in 911s and Caymans and things like that as well. But really lovely to hold. All lovely stitching and everything like that all the way around. And then a huge sea of buttons, which is the main sort of feedback on these. It's actually not quite as daunting as it looks. When it's when you first sort of see all of these here and you think, how on earth am I going to work my way through it? Essentially, climate control for the left, climate control for the right, and then these ones down here, you're not really going to be changing or pressing anything while you're driving along too much. That turns the sports exhaust on, so that's quite important, but you do that before you even set off. Automatic start-stop. To turn the engine off in traffic. Again, you're not going to be playing around with that all of the time. Road mode, off-road mode. Again, you're going to be stopping and thinking before you do anything else. And then the different driving modes. You've got Sport, Sport Plus. And then if you turn them off, then you're back to normal comfort mode. This here is the adaptive dampers for the suspension, and then this will run the car in the lower ride height as well. And then you've got traction control here as well. So, as I mentioned, you're not really going to be accessing these buttons very often while you're driving along, and certainly there's no real reason to at all, just on a normal journey. Heated seats for the front, for driver and passenger, and then additional buttons up here are all for the climate control setting as well. So it's nice and simple. You've got these like really pretty sort of rocker switches here for changing the temperature for the driver's side and how strong the fans are and everything like that. Coming up here onto the main screen, this car's got the PCM, Porsche Communication Management System. We have European satellite navigation. We also have Apple CarPlay, which has been upgraded on this car as well. There's no Android Auto, but there is Apple CarPlay. Normal mapping here for the satellite navigation, and then we've got things like DAB, digital radio, Bluetooth audio streaming, and everything like that in here as well. And then you've got all of your trip computers, stopwatches, and stuff like that as well. The car's also been upgraded with a sports chrono package. This gives a couple of features, but most importantly, I think it just tells everybody that you've got it by having the stopwatch up here on the dash as well, which again just helps with everything in terms of the way it looks and feels. And then just coming through, it's really nicely finished. This got leather stitching there on the doors. The seats are all in fantastic condition, even things like the driver's bolster, showing absolutely no signs of wear at all. Multi-adjustable headrests, these can pop in and out as well, so you can have the headrest closer to you, and then you've got the computer up on here for vehicle information, as well as the sort of control panel and everything like that in here as well, so we can get information on the car, things like service intervals, stuff like that. It's got a full Porsche service history, nothing due until May next year, or 16,700 miles, depending on which one comes soonest. So it's they're on 2-year intervals, these ones. So the car's had 3 Porsche services in total since new. Other bits and pieces, cruise control, all of your controls for your media, lovely paddles here for the paddle shift, and obviously the PDK selector here for the gearbox as well. I think that's pretty much it. Additional lighting and setup. No panoramic roof on this car. I actually quite like it without. And there you go. In terms of the condition of the car, you've obviously got a few stone chips that you would expect. The car itself is just coming up to 50,000 miles. It's just late 49s at the moment. So yes, you will get the odd stone chip and things like that, which is obviously in line with the age and mileage of the car. All 4 of the alloy wheels completely unmarked. We've also got brand new Goodyear tyres on here. They've probably only done about 2,000 or 3,000 miles since being fitted, and a very, very nice, comfortable tyre plenty of grip in the wet, and not too noisy or anything like that as well. Coming around the rest of the car, no dents or scratches to mention. All absolutely lovely. The rear bumper's free of any major marks, and then down the side as well. Again, all in really lovely condition. I hope you found this short video useful. If we can help with any further information, if you require any finance figures, we have a part exchange to value, then please do let us know through our website, which is jajarvis.co.uk. I'd be more than happy to help, and ultimately we'd love to be able to show you the car in person. Thank you very much again for watching, and we'll see you next time.